and welcome to another session of life process. Yes guys, we have already discussed about the digestive system in plants, animals, human digestive system, how respiration takes place in animals, human respiratory system. We all have discussed this. We have already done with how transportation takes place in plants. Today I am here to discuss about how transportation takes place in we people. Yes, so today's session is all about how transportation takes place in human beings. So transportation in human beings. How? Come on, let me know from your side how transportation takes place in human beings. We know we are taking oxygen. How oxygen is reached to the cell, to different body parts? How carbon dioxide is carried from the cell to out. Yes, how the digested food is carried to the cell, how the waste material from the cell is carried out or excreted, how this transportation takes place. Who does this job? Who? Yes, we know all the things are carried from here and there and here and there. But who does the most difficult job of transportation? Yes. In our human body, we are blessed with two important circulatory systems. Yes, human transport system is divided into two systems, two circulatory systems. What are those? First one is your blood circulatory system and the second one is your lymphatic system. Yes guys, we are provided with two systems in our body for the transportation of process, for the transport of food, for the transport of proteins, for the transport of hormones, for the transport of waste materials, for the transport of urea, for the transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide. All these transportation is a big burden, and that big burden is carried out in our body by two systems. And what are those two systems? That two systems are the lymphatic system and the blood circulatory system. So how many circulatory systems are there in our body? There are two important circulatory systems in our body. The first one is your blood circulatory system and the second one is your lymphatic system. What are the two circulatory systems present in our body? Blood circulatory system and the second one is your lymphatic circulatory system. Blood circulatory system is who will transport, who will does the job? Blood. And lymphatic system, lymph will do the job. Yes, the two circulatory system which helps in the transport process are your blood circulatory system and lymphatic system. In blood circulatory system, obviously blood is the hero, and in lymphatic system, lymph will do the job. So leave about lymphatic system we will be discussing in the coming videos, but today we will just concentrate on your blood circulatory system. How circulatory process, how the circulation process, how the transport process is carried out by blood circulatory system. And who does this job? Blood. Yes, obviously blood only. Blood. We all know that about blood. Come on, I want to know from your side. Blood is which color? Come on, rapid. Red in color. Why red in color? It's because of the presence of hemoglobin. Yes, blood is a liquid and blood is red in color. Why it is red in color? Because of the presence of a pigment, and that pigment is hemoglobin. What is the name of that pigment which makes the blood red in color? That is hemoglobin. 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 Why it is red? What is that thing that makes blood red? What is the special feature in hemoglobin that makes the blood red? Hemoglobin. Heme. H-A-E-M. Heme means your iron. H-A-E-M. Heme means Fe, iron, and globule means your protein globules. Yes, heme or iron imparts red color to the blood when it comes in contact with oxygen present in the blood. Understood? Once again I am repeating it. How many circulatory system? How many transport system in our body? Two transport system. Blood circulatory system and lymphatic circulatory system. Blood circulatory system, who does the transportation? Blood. In lymphatic circulatory system, who does it? Lymph. So today we'll discuss about the blood circulatory system and that too blood. How blood carries all these things. Yes, first thing, blood. It's a connective tissue. Tissues. We all have read in the 9th class about tissues. So blood is a connective tissue. Yes, blood is red in color. Why it is red in color? Because of the presence of a pigment called hemoglobin. And heme means iron and globin means your protein globules. And due to the presence of these heme and due to the presence of this iron, it exhibits red color to the blood. And this blood is also made up of water. This blood is also made up of liquid. What is that liquid called? The liquid which is present in blood is called plasma. Yes, what it is called? Plasma. The liquid which makes the blood or the liquid which is present in the blood is called plasma. P-L-A-S-M-A. 90% of the blood is plasma only. And this plasma is straw color. Straw color or pale yellow in color. Yes, this plasma is yellow or straw yellow in color. And this plasma can also be called as fluid matrix. Yes, this plasma can also be called as your fluid matrix. Understood? Blood red in color. Red because of hemoglobin. Heme means iron. Globin means protein globule. Yes, and this hemoglobin is made up of liquid. What is the name of that liquid? Plasma or fluid matrix. And what does this fluid contains? What does this plasma contains? It contains your proteins. It contains salt. It contains urea. It's a waste. Urea is a waste. Okay. Urea, oxygen, carbon dioxide, everything is present in the plasma. What is the other name of plasma? Fluid matrix. Yes, it's straw yellow color. And most plasma is about 90% of water only. Then comes your protein, salt, hormones, everything. Next. So the blood also made up of cells or not? Cells are present in blood or not? Yes. How many types of cells are present in blood? You have already read in 9th class. Can anyone tell me? Yes, let me know in the comment section there. How many types of blood cells are there? How many? 3 types of blood cells are present in the plasma of the blood. How many types of blood cells are present? 3 types of blood cells are present in the plasma of the blood. That is RBC, WBC and blood platelets. Yes, blood has got how many types of cells? Blood has got how many types of cells? 3 types of cells. RBC, second one WBC and the third one is your blood platelets. Understood? RBC, WBC and blood platelets. And one most important thing I would like to say, these all blood cells are there now. These cells are produced in bone marrow. Yes, all these blood cells are produced in the bone marrow. Understood? Yes, blood is made up of liquid. What is the name of that liquid? Plasma or fluid matrix. What does it contain? Obviously 90% of water, proteins, urea and other things. Yes, and it contains 3 types of blood cells. What are the 3 blood cells? RBC, WBC and blood platelets. Where are these cells produced? In the bone marrow. Yes, now let's discuss about one by one cells. Yes, blood cells. The first one I told you is your RBC. Red blood cells, red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes. It has got 3 names. Yes, RBC has got 3 names. Red blood cells, red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes. Erythrocytes. RBC, red blood cells, red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes. Understood? So, this red blood cells carries oxygen. Yes, it only carries oxygen. Remember these things. RBC carries oxygen and it don't have any kind of nuclei in it. We have already read in the 9th class. Yes, cell has got nucleus, but RBC cells doesn't have any nuclei inside it. Yes, RBC, first of all, RBC carries oxygen as well as in some places carbon dioxide also. Yes, RBC doesn't have nuclei. Yes, since it doesn't have nuclei, it has a very short lifespan. What is the lifespan of RBC, guys? You know it, 120 days. Yes, the lifespan of RBC is 120 days. Understood? And they are spherical in shape. Yes, RBC is spherical in shape. Understood RBC? First thing, RBC, red blood cells, red blood corpuscles or erythrocytes. Yes, they are spherical in shape. Which one? RBC. RBC have spherical in shape. They don't have nuclei. These RBC cells, they don't have nuclei. Hence, they have got very small lifespan. What is the lifespan of RBC? 120 days. Understood RBC? Now let's move on to WBC. White blood cells, white blood corpuscles or leukocytes. Yes, the second cell one is your WBC. White blood cells, white blood corpuscles or leukocytes. What it is called? Leukocytes. And the most wonderful name it has got, that is soldiers of the body. Yes, WBC is called soldiers of the body. Why it is called soldiers of the body? Why WBC is regarded as the soldiers of the body? Why? Because it produces antibodies. Yes, it produces antibodies against antigen. Yes, antigen means foreign materials, pathogen. Yes, WBC produces antibodies and these antibodies provides immune system to our body. Yes, WBC produces antibodies and these antibodies provides immune system in our body. And what does it do? This WBC acts as a phagocytes. We have read earlier what phagocyte is. Engulfing. What does it engulf? The foreign materials, the pathogen, the bacteria, they engulf. WBC, your leukocytes. Yes, WBC or leukocytes is regarded as the soldiers of the body. Why? Because they produces antibodies, they act as a phagocytes. Phagocytes means they engulf the foreign materials. They engulf the pathogen. They are irregular in shape and they are also spherical in shape. Yes, understood now. What about WBC? WBC, white blood corpuscles, white blood cells or leukocytes. Yes, they are spherical in size or they are irregular in size. Yes, and they are called as the soldiers of our body. Why they are called as the soldiers of our body? Because they produces antibodies and also they acts as a pathogen. They helps in engulfing the pathogen. They acts as a phagocytes. Yes, they acts as a phagocytes because they engulf the pathogen. Yes, and hence they are regarded as the soldiers of our body. They are irregular in size. Yes, they are somewhat spherical or somewhere irregular in shape. The last type of cell is blood platelets. Yes, the last one is your blood platelets. They don't have also nuclei. Blood platelet helps in blood clotting. Yes, blood clotting. What does it do? When the blood platelets comes in contact with oxygen, it coagulates. It forms granule-like structure that is called as blood clotting. Understood, children? So, how many types of blood cells are there? 3. RBC, WBC and blood platelets. RBC, no nuclei, spherical in shape. Yes, and the lifespan is 120 days. And WBC produces antibodies and acts as a phagocytes. Hence they are called as soldiers of our body because they provide immune systems. They are irregular or spherical in shape. Yes, and blood platelets helps in blood clotting. Understood now? Understood guys? Now, next move on to the blood types. How the blood moves. You can see the cells, the nerves. Yes, it's veins. You can see the arteries. Some has got blue veins, some has got green veins. Yes, veins. And we know that blood moves through blood vessels. Yes, blood transports through blood vessels. Yes, how do the blood move? Through a tube like, what is that tube called? Blood vessels. Yes, understood. One by one points are clear to you. Yes guys, blood is red, about hemoglobin, heme, what are the types of blood cells, what is plasma, what is fluid matrix. Now how the blood moves. The blood moves through blood vessels, and these blood vessels are of three types. The blood vessels are of three types, my dear children. The blood vessels are of how many types? Three types. Arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Once again, blood moves in blood vessels. Blood moves in blood vessels. How many types of blood vessels are there? Three types of blood vessels are there. How many types of blood vessels? Three. Arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Arteries, veins and blood capillaries. We will read in differentiation. Hope you can see the picture over here. Actually, I told you arteries, vein and blood capillaries. The blood capillaries are present in between arteries and vein. In between arteries and vein, your blood capillary is present. Yes, the blood capillary is present in between arteries and veins. How do the blood transport? How do the blood move? By the help of blood vessels. How many types of blood vessels are there, children? Three types of blood vessels. What are those? Arteries, veins and capillaries. Where are blood capillaries present? Blood capillaries are present in between arteries and veins. So now let's discuss about arteries. Arteries. Arteries has got wall. It's a tube. Arteries has got wall, and that walls are very, very thick. Yes, arteries have thick walled. First point. But veins and capillaries are thin walled. Yes, arteries have got thick walls. The wall of the arteries are thick, but the walls of the capillaries and the walls of the veins are thin walled. Yes, arteries carries blood. Arteries carries the oxygenated blood from heart and supplied to all the body parts. Yes, arteries have got thick wall, and arteries carries the oxygenated blood from the heart because heart pumps the blood. So arteries carries the oxygenated blood from heart and supplied to all the body parts. Who does this job? Arteries. Yes, and opposite the veins. What do the veins do? It carries the deoxygenated. Deoxygenated means the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide. Yes, the veins carries the deoxygenated blood from all the body parts to the heart. Understood? What is the difference between arteries and vein? Arteries ka wall, how it is? Thick walled. Arteries has got thick wall. Veins has got thin wall. Arteries carries oxygenated blood from heart and supplied to all body parts. But vein carries the deoxygenated blood from various body parts to the heart. Yes, since artery carries the oxygenated blood, it comes with full force. Yes, a great pressure is there. The blood has full pressure, and hence the arteries has got thick walls. So there is no valves even in arteries, because when such a pressure blood is coming, the valves will not work. Yes, so in arteries, blood comes with a great pressure and hence valves are absent in case of arteries. But in case of veins, the blood don't have so much of pressure and valves are present. Why valves are present, guys? What is the use of the valves? Since this is a vessels, valves are present. This valves, what does it do means, these valves prevents the backward flow of the blood. So that blood again doesn't return back. So this valves helps in preventing the backward flow of the blood. Yes, these valves prevent the backward flow of the blood. Valves are absent in arteries because blood comes with heavy pressure. Oxygenated blood comes with high pressure. Whereas in veins, valves are present. Yes. And where are the blood capillaries present, guys? I told you, in between arteries and veins. And how are the walls of blood capillaries? It is also very, very thin walled. Yes, and because of the thin walled, what happened now? The cells which are very close to blood capillaries, the cells which are very near to the blood capillaries. Yes, exchange of food and oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place. Since the walls of blood capillaries are very thin, yes, cells are there nearby. So, exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, food all takes place by the help of the blood capillaries thin wall. Exchange of food materials, exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, exchange of waste materials takes place in the blood capillaries because of the thin wall of your blood capillaries. Understood? How many types blood moves through? Blood vessels. How many types of blood vessels? 3 types. Arteries, veins and blood capillaries. Remember, blood capillaries is present in the middle of arteries and veins. Arteries का wall कैसा है? Arteries have got your thick wall, thick cell wall. Veins and blood capillaries have thin cell wall. Why it has got thick cell wall? Because it carries the oxygenated blood from heart and supply to all body parts. Whereas the veins carries the deoxygenated blood from the body parts to the heart. Yes, understood now? Valves are present in veins but valves are absent in arteries. What is the use of this valve? It prevents the backward flow of the blood. Yes, how come it's possible in arteries? Because arteries are moving with a high pressure blood. It will not obey any valves. Yes, so valves are absent in arteries. So blood capillaries, their walls are very thin. They are very close to, they are very close by, very near blood cells or body cells are there. So there, because of the thin wall of the blood capillaries, exchange of oxygen, carbon dioxide, everything takes place. This is how the blood plays the vital role in the transportation of your waste materials, urea, carbon dioxide, the transportation of digested food, the transportation of oxygen, proteins, hormones from endocrine gland to different organs. You have read in 8th class about endocrine glands and it secretes various hormones. So all these transportation is carried out by our blood. So, most important work is doing by our blood. Hence, I hope you all have understood about the human transportation in humans by your blood circulatory system. In the coming classes, we will be discussing more about the circulatory system. So, please revise once and check in your 9th class book. It's there about the blood. Yes? Hope you are doing well and safe at home. Do revise at home. See you.